Djokovic gets absolutely cooked by Tabilo, and this is probably the worst that a lot of people have seen Djokovic play. It was something to see. Like it looked like he could not hit 3, 4 balls back at Tabilo. Like if the rally went any longer than 3, 4 shots, it was over. He was not able to get anything going. I believe I saw somewhere online that Djokovic lost in less time to Tabilo than Nadal did to Hurkacz. So my boy got dog walked out of there. Djokovic got cooked, and it's easy to say that this is just not Djokovic's year. He has made 0 finals. He has 0 titles this year. And it's kind of looking like Father Time's catching up to him. It's kind of looking like he's not as twitchy. He's not as elastic as he used to be. His defense is not, the all-time elite that it has been. But we can't ignore the accident that happened just a couple of days ago where, this fan was going for a high five. He reaches over the barricade above Djokovic, and the water bottle falls off of his backpack, hits Djokovic in the head. Djokovic falls to his knees, and then they take him in. I mean, I don't know if you have those water bottles. It looked like it was one of those, water bottles that keep your water, Hydro Flask, Yeti, whatever. One of those brands where it just keeps your water insulated for like a good amount of time. And those are hard. Those are hard. If you guys don't have one, which I'm pretty sure everyone has had one for the most part, a Stanley, Hydro Flask, whatever it is. Those are hard. Like you could really smack someone with it and like really hurt them. Sometimes I'm walking at night in San Francisco, downtown San Francisco. You never know what you can run into. And I got my water bottle on me and I'm wielding it, ready to smack someone. So those could hurt. Now they could hurt just empty. But if they're filled with water, man, you could really pop someone. So for it to fall on him from probably like 10, 15 feet, I want to say, it could do some damage. It could definitely do some damage. Hopefully for Djokovic, it was that fan was probably, in the Italy heat. Hopefully for Djokovic, he drank most of the water in that water bottle and it wasn't as heavy as it could have been. But still, that could definitely do some damage. Djokovic could have definitely been experiencing a concussion after that. And if he was, then, your balance and everything could be, out of sort. And tennis is a sport that heavily relies on balance and being able to, control how you shift your body as you're approaching balls and all that stuff. So I could definitely see that playing a factor today, or playing a factor on Djokovic's match against Tabilo. And maybe he should have dropped out of Rome. I mean, people were calling him a diva and saying that he was exaggerating that. But, I mean, head injuries are no joke. Just ask the NFL. And, like, they take it super seriously. They're not trying to get sued by anyone. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. So if Djokovic was experiencing concussion-like symptoms, playing a grueling match in the Italian heat, could have definitely made it worse. And he could have been super out of sorts out there. Credit to him for finishing. So I think that's a real possibility that he was experiencing concussion-like symptoms and he thugged it out. He tried to compete and he was just not feeling himself. I'll give that probably like a 75% chance of what happened, combined with, the other 25% that Djokovic just hasn't looked like, the tennis god that he is this year. And he's 36 years old and that's okay. But I think to count Djokovic out for Roland Garros, to count him out, for the rest of the year, saying that, he's kind of washed, he hasn't won a title, he's looking a little slower, he's not the same, I think that's a little premature. Now, Roland Garros, we'll see how he recovers from his head injury if he is experiencing concussion. I don't expect him to win Roland Garros, especially after what we've seen from him against Tabilo. But if he struggles in Wimbledon and then he struggles in the U.S. Open, then we might be seeing, a little bit of the downfall of Djokovic. And I don't think it's a cliff. I don't think it's a cliff. Downfall of Djokovic, he's still the number one ranked player. He could lose that at Roland Garros if he doesn't get to the final, I believe. But I think it'll be a slow decline. I think against the field, like, he'll probably be, if this is a decline, I still have him like number 3. Sinner and Djokovic. Sinner and Alcaraz battling it out for number 1, and then Djokovic. At this decline, I still have him right there at that Medvedev level, maybe even above him from what I've seen. And then I think in the next few years, he'll probably be top 5, top 7 if this is a decline, if it's not just like a little slump that he's going through. And then, I still think we have Djokovic for like 2-3 years being a top 10 player. If this is a decline, like I said, it could just be a little slump that he's in, start the year slow. Like this could all be a moot point. I don't think he wins Roland Garros, but this could all be a moot point if at the end of the year he's ranked number 1, he won Wimbledon, he won the U.S. Open, he's going into the finals, into the ATP finals with 2 slams in a year. It would be like, remember when it was mid-May and he still hadn't won a title, and would be like, people thought he was done. So like I said, this could all just be a little slump. I don't think he's gonna win Roland Garros, but like I said, the same reason I have with Nadal, the field is injured. Sinner and Alcaraz are hurt, and I would give Djokovic definitely a chance to win Roland Garros. I don't think he will, but I could see him winning it. I wouldn't count him out, is what I'm trying to say.